welcome to What's Cooking. I'm your host and creative director, Frank Scotti. This week, we've been working on a tutorial which explains the basic ingredients of a package design. We get a lot of clients that come to us with a product such as this, and we needed a simple and a complete way to explain to them what goes into the process of creating a package design. What does go into the process of creating the package design? Well, we've broken that down into two parts. There's the mandatory parts, and there are the package design considerations. So let's start with the mandatories. And for that, as an example, I'm going to use this packaging because it's very complex and most packaging is going to be simpler than this. First and foremost, we're going to have the logo on every single packaging, obviously. Second thing we're going to have is a description of the product. This is a feel better drink. Third, we're going to have the flavor. Most every food or beverage packaging has a flavor, even if it's unflavored or original. This is vanilla. Fourth is we're going to have a visual of a product. Usually you'll have a window where you can see what's inside. You'll have some kind of clear packaging, or you'll have a picture of the product on the packaging itself. We want to know what it looks like inside. Fifth is some kind of unique selling proposition or unique selling point, something that differentiates this product from another competitor in the same category. In the case of the Brat Diet, it's that it's natural and it's organic. Next are certification and claims. We're seeing a lot of certification and claims on almost every package these days, whether it be pediatrician recommended, USDA organic, and these days it's non-GMO certified or non-GMO verified. After that, it's benefits. Now, benefits could be shared amongst competitors in the category, but we still need to address them. In this case, again, it's no sugar added, it's vitamin fortified, it's dairy and gluten free. So those are the mandatories that will go on the main package. In addition to that, we also have some legal mandatories. Some of the legal mandatories are going to include the nutritional facts. It's going to include the ingredients. It's going to include who it's manufactured by. It's going to include information such as usage information, refrigerate after opening. It's going to have a freshness date that we have to account for when designing the packaging somewhere on the product itself. It's going to have sometimes an allergen statement that says that this was produced on an assembly line that also processes peanuts. We're obviously going to have net weight on every single packaging, and in a lot of cases you might have a kosher certification or something else that's going to appear down with the net weight. We've covered off on our package mandatories and we've covered off on our package legal mandatories. Now let's talk about our package considerations. And considerations are things like the material itself. What kind of material is it going into? The second would be shape. We want to look at, do we want a unique shape, or do we want a shape that's appropriate for the category, or do we want to use a shape that's familiar to the category? It all depends on what our goals are and how we're positioning and branding the product. Another consideration is the size of the product. 8 ounces versus 7 ounces versus 6 ounces. Is it slender? A slender and taller 8-ounce packaging, or is it a shorter and fatter 8-ounce packaging? All this has an effect on how the consumer perceives a product. There's uniqueness to the shape of the packaging. Does it have a little bevel in it? The other thing to consider that's very important, are there going to be brand extensions off of this product that we need to take into consideration for the package form? For example, are we going to come up with a dry formula for the Brat Diet, and is it going to be in a smaller box, and are we going to be able to get a smaller box that matches the larger liquid box? One of the real important ones is shelf pop. What package form and everything else that we've discussed is going to give us the most shelf impact and pop at retail level? And the last thing we want to consider, probably the most important, is cost. Factoring in everything else that we've discussed in considerations, we have to weigh it against cost. A standard shape and box like this is great, it's very cost effective. If we want to all of a sudden start doing contours and embossing in a unique shape, that's going to kick our costs up a lot. Is that worth it? It may be in some cases. It has to be considered. So in summary, I've taken you through all the basic ingredients of a package design, starting with the mandatories, which included the logo, description, flavor, visual of product, the unique selling points, certifications and claims, the benefits, and then into the legal mandatories, which included things such as the nutritionals, an allergy statement, storage requirements, manufacturer information, ingredients, net weight, whether it's kosher certified, and so forth. And then we talked about the packaging considerations. And the packaging considerations included things like the material, the shape, size, uniqueness, category standards, brand extensions, shelf pop, and cost. All together, you get a very good idea of the starting point of what goes into a food and beverage packaging design. Thanks for watching. I'm Frank Scotti. This has been What's Cooking. We'll see you next time. Ciao.